Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to Seeking Out Sunshine and another video. My name is Ashley if you are new here, and welcome back to all of my wonderful subscribers and beautiful coloring community. Thank you for being here. In today's video, we are going to look at what I have been working on in my coloring books this week, and then we are going to play on a page that I'm just not satisfied with right now and see what we can do. So let's start by looking at what I've been doing. So in the first book, Nightfall by Maria Trolle, we have a picture that I started with watercolor. So I started all of this with the grabby watercolors. And then I've just started to go on top a little bit with pencil. And I've been using the Star Gold pencils for that. And then I do have a little bit of A&Art gel pen started on the butterfly. So have a little bit more pencil work and layering to do, but it's just been fun. I've been enjoying like using a different color palette for like the leaves and so forth. I started with this granulating watercolor background and just kind of had that be the starting off point, but just kind of fun to try new things and new color palettes. So that is where I'm at with that page. Next, I was inspired by Colors on one of her recent Weekly Whips videos to do some dopamine coloring. And I had actually, I think I'm going to do a haul, but I had found this book at like a Goodwill store here where I live. I think it was $1.49 US, you guys, crazy. And there was only a few pages that had a couple little marks on them. And I was like, this will be a perfect little experiment book. So this is Folk Art Escapes Crayola. It's put out by Hallmark. But I did this dopamine coloring where I just scribbled my Crayola super tips on it, not in the lines, obviously. And then just went back in with some metallic markers and a little bit of gel pen and did some dot work and just had a lot of fun. I didn't have to think about it. It was a minimal, 5-color color palette and just played. And this book is going to be so fun for just experimenting. But that one was a quick one. And then next, I thought I would do a color palette challenge. And I think I might do a video on this one. But I selected a color palette. So this was the color palette I had found. And I loved these colors. I just thought they were so fun. And I completed this page with those colors. So again, I think I'm going to do a video because I have all the colors written down, and that way if you wanted to do like a color along or something, you could, but had some interesting things happen. I just want to put it out there that pages don't always go how we intend, and we have to shift and change. But that doesn't mean that they can't turn out to something that you enjoy and you like. I enjoy these cute and cozy coloring pages, but I'm still really learning how to add all the cool accents and details on them. And sometimes I don't want to go overboard. Sometimes I just want it to be cute and cozy and just have it be that. But I did have fun experimenting with a different sky. If you've watched some of my other videos, I am still learning how to blend alcohol markers without the lines and having it look more seamless. And I think I achieved that a little bit better this time. So yay, go me, a few pages in, I'm starting to get better at that. But I enjoyed this page, and hopefully that video will be coming out soon. So I did that one this week. And then a few weeks ago, we did this background together, and it's been sitting in my basket of Whips coloring books. And it's just been taunting me, get me back out, get me back out. And I didn't want to, because I actually hated how the background turned out. But I was like, nope, just get it out and do something. And now I'm really enjoying this page. And it is this turtle kind of haunted house page. Again, this background was done in one of my Gansey Tambi watercolor videos. I can't remember if it was the swatching video or a Weekly Whips video, but one of the two. And again, I was brand new to Gansey Tambi granulated watercolors, had not used them, did not know that I needed a lot more water. In fact, you guys can see I just did this week, and it's the same color. So that just kind of shows you. And it doesn't mean you can't use them thicker. They just don't have the same granulating effect, and you get a lot more just almost like a chalky feel to them. But I went in this week and got out my Derwent ink tints, which I have not used for a while. And I was like, why? Because I had so much fun. I could not put them down. I just wanted to keep going. So I've based everything in my Derwent ink tints. And now it's time to go back and kind of work on some shading. And then I think I'm going to pull in a lot of these purples down here on the earth rock area underneath the turtle. But now it's become a page that I actually really enjoy. So if you have a page that you're currently not enjoying, or it's in the ugly stage or whatever we call it, like, don't give up on it. Like, keep trying, keep doing, keep doing your thing, because you just never know what magic could unfold in your book. In fact, that's what we're going to talk about today, because sometimes I don't know what we're going to do on these videos, but after I did this, I was like, oh, I'm going to do this on my Strokes of Sunshine video, just because I think it's important to see that pages don't always go as we think. I think we get to see everybody's like end product, and we get to see everybody's like well put together pages, and we don't always see the process, or we don't always see the people's pages that maybe don't work out very well. And so I started this page this week because I wanted to try a different technique of just putting the King Art gel crayons. So they look like this, maybe, and they just have like the gel crayon tip. And normally I put them on my palette and then put them on the page with like a makeup brush or something. But I wanted to try just actually putting them on the paper and then using a water brush to blend those colors out. I had seen some people take the gel crayon and put it on the palette and then use a water brush to pick it up. But I just wanted to see what happens if I actually put it on the paper. And it did not want to move very well. You can see just kind of where where I scribbled at down here. It kind of reminded me of the first time that I used Neocolor 2s. So some of it is probably user error on my end, for sure, but in a learning curve, but I just was not super pleased with it. So I got out my Reuben watercolors, which I have a video on these two where I try them on a Dr. Seuss page. But I got these out and just went over each of the colors to give it a little bit of sparkle, hoping that that would make it a little bit better. And it did. It definitely did make me enjoy it a little bit more, but I'm still just not super pleased with it. I just can see, and I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but I can still just see some of the scribbliness of the crayons of where I put them down at, and not a fan for me. So I thought we would try to maybe put some distressed ink on top. I don't know how that will even work on top of these two mediums. Maybe some more gel crayon. My idea for this little monster here is to make him like these grays and blacks, and then possibly go on top with the opal Kiritaki set. So these are like the opal colors. They kind of like are iridescent opal colors, and I thought that would be really fun on top of a black gray monster because of all these colors in the background. But we'll see. We'll see how much time we have today to kind of play. But I thought that we would let's start with the distressed ink. I have pulled some different stencils. So I thought like we would stay with it. There's all these bubbles in the background already. I thought we would kind of stay with the circle theme, but maybe just try some different distressed inks. Lost my words for a minute. Okay, so I just have a piece of scratch paper here. And again, you guys, I do this every video, and I'm like, I need to make a swatch chart of these. Has Ashley done it yet? Sure hasn't. So that one can work. But you know what? These pages can always turn out to be really cool in my journal. So scrap paper is always beneficial to have, but then it also can be repurposed. I don't think that one. Let's see this. Might be too dark, but we'll see. This is like an orange. I don't know, maybe. That's gonna be too dark. Ooh, this is a yellow. Yeah, that'll be good. This is a darker blue. I think I have a lighter blue. Maybe, yes. Let's try this one. Yes, that one will work. I think this is gonna be too bright. Okay, so if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe I pull in this green one too. Okay, so let's start with these, and I'm gonna try not to overthink it. I kind of want to do a combination of these two. I like how these are more like a sporadic, and they're not like universally the same pattern, you know, it's not all the way, it kind of changes up. So we'll just kind of play. I probably need, let's get another page underneath here, just in case. All right, so looking at the blue and the orange, I think I'm gonna try purple. This one, and we'll see how it goes, guys. So this is all about taking a page that you maybe don't love, or it's not quite where you want it yet, and trying to do something else. Okay, so I want to talk about, sometimes I like to do my stencils off the edge versus just like lining them up so you don't get this weird extra space here and it looks like, oh, that was a stencil. It looks a little bit more arty and intentional, you know, arty. You know what I mean. It looks a little bit more intentional of what you're trying to do. So we'll try putting this on here and seeing what happens. And I'm not going to fill every space, obviously. Okay, you ready for the reveal? Ooh, that's fun. Okay, like it. I like it. I feel like we should go up here where the blue and the orange is again. So I would say Distressed Ink goes on top of the King Art Gel Crayon / Rubin watercolors very well. Ew, okay, this, now I'm getting excited. See, now I'm starting to see like this could work. I'm going to put some of this on the green since purple and green go really well together. What are we thinking, guys? I like it. Okay, so let's try another color. Let's do, I want to do some yellow before we get all these dark colors on here. Let me change my top. So this is nice. This is the Tim Holtz applicator, and it just comes with these little removable sponges, so you can make sure that you don't change, or you don't use like the same ink pad on the same one, and mix your colors. All right, so now we're gonna go in with Scattered Straw. This is the yellow color. Let's try it. Let's do the other stencil. Let's try it on top of some yellow and see what happens. Yellow and green, maybe. That's cool. You guys see that? I like that on top of the yellow and the green. That's fun. It's kind of giving like a little bit of a bokeh effect with this little stencil here. Maybe we'll do some blue and yellow this time. I thought that maybe the ink would pull up some of the gel crayon, but I don't know if having the watercolor on top is kind of like acting as a sealant. It's possible, but again, don't know for sure. All right, well, let's switch out our little sponge again, and we'll do some blue. I think this will be pretty on the pink. Well, this is the darker, yeah, this is the blue. Okay, this will work. So And I just have the little mini distressed inks. You can get the large ones. But I kind of wanted to see if I would enjoy them before I invested in all the big ones. And you can get more of them for obviously a better cost. So that is what I did, and I'm happy with them. I someday maybe would want the bigger ones, but for now I just enjoy having a variety of colors to choose from. Yes, I like that on the pink and the purple. My stencil's getting caught on my bracelet. Okay. All right, so let's see, where else could we do? Maybe down here. All right, if you like this stenciling effect, put a, let's see, what should we put? Put a dragon emoji in the comments. Let me know that you like this and maybe you want to try it yourself. Because that's what I love, is when you guys are inspired to try things yourself. Because I love going to watch people's videos and like seeing what they create and then leaving inspired to try other things. So that is my hope with you, that I can hopefully try something or say something that inspires you to go be your brightest and try things on your pages. Okay, next we're going to go in with Sponge Sugar. This is the pink color. I think I'm going to try to do what I did on the yellow and do some pink up here and then maybe pull some down on this orange. Let's go back to this one and see how this goes. All right, this is kind of harder in the corner because I don't like how it gives that edgy look. I don't want that. I don't want it to look like, oh, you put a stencil there. I want it to look a little bit more organic. I feel like I'm shaking my whole table doing this. Okay, let's see. Is that kind of showing up? It's very, very light. Don't know if you guys can see that very well. Let's see if it performs a little bit better on the orange down here. Try something else out. I just wonder if this color is too light. It's very, very pale. A little bit better on the orange. Again, it's just a pale color. I think we can pop a few up here on the orange and purple. And then I want to do something else here. So let's see. Because we can even go in on these dots and do some shading on them or some like different highlighting with colored pencils or a white gel pen. There's lots of different things you could do to kind of pull these out of the background. Or you, like I said, you could just take a colored pencil that is that just like a one shade darker, or you could do like a color on there. That's better. That kind of pulled in some purples and oranges there. But yeah, you could definitely do some shading on the dots if you wanted to. I think I am gonna pull in a little bit of this green. I think I have one of these already for the green. We'll see how this works. These are also, you can get these on Amazon. They're just like little finger sponges that work well. I've used these for the inks and for my gel crayons. Okay, so that is, let's use this one. Get it off the side there. Let's see. Yes, all right. Very cool. All right, I'm going to do a few more of these. So yes, let's see. I feel like a lot of time has passed since I've made one of these videos because I made my last one a little bit early because we were going on vacation. And we had a wonderful time. We went and got a cabin at Lake Tahoe area and just had a blast together. It was so nice to get away. We played a lot of pickleball. That was like the boys' favorite. We had planned to like do all these hikes and stuff, and it didn't happen. We did go on a couple small ones, but they mostly wanted to swim and play pickleball and just adventure out and do stuff. We went to an amusement park, and both my boys are adrenaline junkies. They love the roller coasters. Mom is getting a little too old for them, I think. The first one we got on, you guys, and I was totally an adrenaline junkie, and I was like, I loved the roller coasters. But the first one we got on this year, I was like, I think I had my eyes closed probably 90% of the time. Now, we did also pick the coaster with like 5 inverts as the first coaster we were riding. But yeah, I just was like, maybe I'm getting too old. I don't know. It just doesn't hit the same way that it used to. But no, we had so much fun, and I just love seeing the joy that that amusement park brings them. We've gone several years now, and it just has so many family memories. And the boys actually have a shared note that we have as a family with all these funny things that have happened over the years. And so we added to those memories, and we'll continue to look back on those and stuff. But we just spent time at the cabin and hung out. We went to some cool little stores. They had like a 5 and 10 dime store, which was just so funny to go in and see all the just novelty things that they had, and for the kids to kind of experience what a 5 and 10 dime store was like. We went to a really cool antique store. In fact, I think I might do a little haul of what I picked up on my vacation because I found some cool finds. But yeah, it was very enjoyable. The first night we went out to sit in the hot tub, and my husband found a wasp nest, and he's like, well, we won't be doing that because my husband and one of my sons are very allergic to bee and wasp stings. So we had to call the person we rented the cabin from so that they could come out and fix that. But my youngest went out and was like, I think there's about 6 or 7 wasp nests out there. And he was right. There was like a ton. And my husband had actually just been out there grilling and thankfully did not get stung. But yeah, we were like infested with wasps. And so they had to come out and get that all cleared up for us so that we could enjoy our deck and our outside area while we were there. But it's kind of like a cabin resort place that we stayed at, and they had just opened like they had multiple pools and stuff, but they had just opened like a lazy river. And so we went there one day, and we were literally the only ones in the lazy river, and it was just so fun. Just having that whole place all to ourselves, and it was almost like the rest of the resort didn't know it was open yet. But yeah, that was fun. But I just treasure those times together where we can be a family and step away from our busy schedules. You know, step away from all of the things that life throws at you sometimes, and just be. And I love being out in nature. I love reconnecting on that level and just kind of experiencing slowing down and being just together. What's wrong, Gizzy girl? My dog is in here, and she's sad about something. I wonder if she hears one of the boys getting up. I might have to let her out, guys. Here, we'll see. Okay, so I'm going in with a gel crayon to kind of do some outlining of this next stencil here, and we'll see how this goes. And I kind of just want it to look a little antique-y. All right, Gizzy girl. You want me to let you out? I hear ya. All right, friends. Let me get her out, and I'll be right back. Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to use this gel crayon, and I'm going to try to make it, I kind of want to make it look almost like a distressed ink on here. But we'll see what we can accomplish. So yeah, we had a great time, and I was so thankful to all of my family here. They pitched in and took care of our Gizzy girl while we were gone, but it was so good to see her when we got back, because when she saw our suitcases come out and we were packing, she just gets so anxious and she was just so worried, I think, about like what's happening. I see the suitcases. But it was good to see her and get home. There's something just about home that is magical when you come back from vacation where you're like, oh, my bed, my shower, my things. But I really did love getting away and everything. But I would say that there's a large part of me as I get older that is more of a homebody, in the sense that I just do enjoy being at home, and I enjoy, being with my people. I'm very fortunate that, my parents are close and my sister is close. Like, we all live actually within like 5 minutes of each other. And so that is a huge blessing. And so I enjoy that we get to all be together and to see one another. And when we got home, we just really jumped back into soccer. We were able to watch a little bit at the cabin, but we just were so kind of just focused on vacation, that we didn't like do it like we had been when we were home. Obviously, I felt like we had something going all the time. Another tradition for our family is to go play mini golf. We've done that since the boys were really, really little, and wherever we travel to, we try to find a mini golf place, and so we did that, and that was fun. Trying to think, like, I feel like we did so much, and now that I'm like sitting here going, this is why we should write stuff down and journal about it and take pictures. And in fact, that is something that I got home and I was telling my husband, I had like 4 pictures from the whole trip, which is not like me at all. Usually my boys are so annoyed with me for taking way too many pictures. And I think I was just trying to be so present. I'm very, very aware lately that I have like only a few summers left with my oldest. Like, I just can't believe where the time has gone. And no, I'm not okay. I'm not okay with it. It's going to be very hard. I really feel like I just took him to kindergarten. I'm not even lying. Yeah, it's just crazy for me. That's a whole other topic and discussion for another day. But so anyway, I'm trying to be like ever so present, right? And I just think within that, I didn't have my phone. I didn't get that out as much, and wasn't like, oh, take a picture of this, take a picture of that. It was just like take snapshots in my head, right? Oh, it's making me emotional. Like, take this moment in. Whew. Because it's fleeting. And I think that has become even more so with everything that's going on with my mom. Just how precious moments are. Whew, friends. Didn't know you were coming to this TED Talk today, huh? Ashley's TED Talk of what's happening in her life right now. But yeah, so just trying to be present. I think that is what I'm trying to do right now in life, is soak in moments and soak in people. And that's a big part of this journey for me on YouTube, is to like stop letting fear and doubt and everything like stop me from trying and doing and being and all the things, right? Like, show up, be brave, take up, my space, just like I encourage you guys to. So, yeah. All right. I think this is turning out so fun. I think we have taken a page that was a little bit of a hot mess in my opinion, and we've made something really fun. So, if you have a page in your books that you did a background, you're like, don't like it, and you haven't gone back to it, this week I'd really like to encourage you to get it back out. Get some stencils out. And guys, if you don't have stencils, you can make them. You can take a cereal box and cut out shapes in it. A cardboard box, like whatever. You could make your own stencils. Or you could take, a container and do stuff around a container or whatever. Like, be creative, look around your house and see what you have that you could actually use as a stencil. Doesn't have to be a stencil, but something like, just find something to play with and use a different medium on top. Maybe you don't have distress inks, but you have Crayola crayons, or you have super tips, or you have something else. Find something that you have that you could use to go on top, and just to kind of amp it up a little bit and see what you can do, because this was a lot of fun. And it makes me like, I just kind of want to go in, and I might do this even with an oil pastel, but I kind of just want to like darken up the edges. You can always, here's the deal. If you don't like it, like I didn't like this page, right? And I was like, well, it can't get any worse because I don't care for it right now, but it can improve and get better. And I do like it now. I wasn't worried about the outcome because I was just playing and having fun. And I'm finding that some of those pages that I just play and have fun on actually turn out to be my most favorite. And I think that that is such a good thing for us to like experience, because that's life, right? When we hold back and we play it safe, or we don't show up as our true authentic selves in situations, we're not going to fully experience all the magnitude of what that moment could be. And so I just want to really encourage you to like get those pages out that have been taunting you with the backgrounds, because this week, doing this one and then getting out this turtle page and being like, well, I don't really like this background, but let's see what I can do with the rest of the page to like pull it in. Now I am excited and I am like happy with it. And also, like, again, I'm proud that I was able to push past the mucky, yucky parts, right? And that's life. Like when we get faced with a hardship or something that doesn't go exactly our way, how are we showing up? Are we just giving up and like closing the book and saying we're done? Or are we saying, man, don't like the hand I was dealt. This isn't what I want it to be, but let's see where I can add some fun to it. Let's see where I can add some sparkle to it. Let's see where I can add something new, some depth, or let's see how I can grow in this moment of whatever, it might be. And I think most of the time we're going to find something in that process. And together with you today, I took a background that I really didn't like, and we created this. And I know that like your love and energy like just comes through to me and gives me strength and like determination and just like the confidence to try new things. So thank you. Thank you for being here on this week's weekly Whip Strokes of Sunshine video. I hope that you are having a beautiful week. I hope that you are getting time to refill your cup, to spend it with the people that you love. And I would love to hear what you have going on right now in your life. What's a win? Let's share some wins in the comments. What's a win that you have right now that you are proud of yourself for? What is something that you have done in the last week that you, my friend, are proud of? Let's celebrate those in the comments. I appreciate you guys always being here. I think that this has been such a blessing of a journey for me, and every week it just gets better, and that is because of each of you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am sending you all my love and sunshine. Bye for now.